After holding the line yet again, and as software stocks bounced back, Oracle aficionados are amped up for the prospect of a larger reversal if price can clear over 160 by early May to avoid a continuation towards the 120s. Fundamentally speaking, Oracle optimism is spurred on by its expanding AI capabilities across its utilities industry suite to help energy, water, and gas providers reduce costs, improve reliability, and deliver measurable results. Since Oracle is embedding AI across its cloud infrastructure, database, and applications, utilities can connect customer, grid, and asset operations, breaking down data silos and accelerating decision-making. Some of its newest features help with AI anomaly detection for meter data, tools to improve billing accuracy and customer engagement, and personalized affordability solutions to help manage payment challenges. Oracle is also enhancing asset management with generative AI that summarizes asset history, predicts failures, and recommends actions, helping reduce outages and improve service reliability. Its AI data platform supports faster development of machine learning models for forecasting demand and optimizing operations, while tools for water systems use sensors and analytics to detect infrastructure risks. Grid resilience has also been advanced, with network management tools to handle distributed energy resources and extreme weather events. Next up, CoreWeave, which we covered last week, with bulls getting a helping hand to fill in the gap and cross over 100 with exceedingly high buying volume, Renewing Hope's price can finally clear this range-bound movement and take a shot at 140 later in the year. Though, not too fast. Staying with the technicals on the chart a bit longer, a bullish perspective must still acknowledge the severe overbought conditions in the short term. So even though there's enough inertia to go for a quick close over 120, it'd be ideal for a correction soon, preferably one that doesn't go under the low 90s. Such a move would likely see volatile contention around 100. But as long as price doesn't consecutively close under the low 90s and starts returning to the upper boundary of the range by the start of May, the chart could set up for a more sustainable recovery and finally leave this range cage it's been stuck in since late last year. Any lower than the low 90s, then the long-term view goes sliding back to a neutral to bearish range. The helping hand CoreWeave got was thanks to upgrades from analysts like the one from Macquarie, because of major long-term AI infrastructure deals with Meta and Anthropic. The Meta agreement is valued at $21 billion to provide AI cloud capacity through 2032. On top of that, the bullish herd was nourished by positivity around a multi-year partnership with Anthropic to support its Claude models. In the bigger picture, these deals show how CoreWeave is indeed becoming a central thread for large-scale AI development, with analysts suggesting it is becoming deeply embedded in how major tech firms manage compute needs. As demand for high-performance computing continues to surge, its platform, optimized for AI workloads and powered by advanced NVIDIA technologies, is increasingly used by leading model developers, with most top AI companies now relying on its services. On the flip side, constant caution around CoreWeave keeps coming back to the support this growth needs. Specifically, it needs lots and lots of funding to build out and maintain. To that end, CoreWeave is raising significant capital, such as through a recent $3.5 billion convertible notes offering and strong demand for its bond issuances. Along with the funds fueling AI infrastructure expansions, the energy needed to power it is also a hot topic, especially clean, reliable energy, which is why Bloom Energy has been blooming. As of late, it's been lighting up green because of an expanded agreement with Oracle to supply up to 2.8 gigawatts of fuel cell power for AI data centers. See? It all comes full circle, highlighting the growing intersection of energy and artificial intelligence infrastructure. The deal includes an initial 1.2 gigawatts already under contract, with deployment underway across U.S. projects through 2027. The partnership builds on earlier collaboration and signals Oracle's aggressive expansion in AI cloud infrastructure, where it is investing heavily to support customers such as OpenAI and Elon Musk's xAI. With AI workloads requiring massive, reliable energy supply, power availability has become a key bottleneck for data center growth. Bloom's modular fuel cell systems address this challenge by enabling faster deployment compared to traditional power sources like gas turbines, which can face long delays due to supply chain constraints. Bloom's technology generates electricity through chemical processes rather than combustion, offering a cleaner and more flexible alternative that can scale quickly and operate independently of strained electrical grids. It demonstrated this speed by delivering a fully operational system to Oracle in just 55 days, significantly ahead of schedule. The agreement reflects a broader industry shift toward on-site, distributed power solutions as tech companies seek to secure reliable energy for AI operations. By combining rapid deployment with scalable capacity, the Bloom-Oracle partnership positions both companies to capitalize on surging AI-driven demand while addressing critical infrastructure challenges in energy and computing. So it's not too surprising there's a blooming view to see if price can aggressively and immediately contact 200 by the middle of the year. Though even if that doesn't turn out to be the case, the prevailing tailwinds of power-hungry AI data centers having an appetite for power provided by Bloom Energy instills growing confidence that strong roots have been established to make it extremely difficult for sellers to take price down through the low 100s without some major catalysts against Bloom's power deployments, combined with a larger stock market correction that's at least on a level comparable to the drop during March. Then, although airlines like American and United haven't been doing much under the shadow of skyrocketing fuel prices and limited flying routes, they might be worth keeping an eye on. Because Scott Kirby, CEO of United Airlines, recently floated the idea of a potential merger with American Airlines during a February meeting with Donald Trump. Such a deal would combine two of the world's largest airlines and represent the most significant consolidation in the industry in over a decade, further concentrating a U.S. market already dominated by four major carriers, including Delta Airlines and Southwest Airlines. Kirby reportedly argued that a combined airline would strengthen the U.S. position in international travel, where foreign carriers currently hold a large share of long-haul capacity. However, the proposal faces major obstacles, with strong resistance from regulators, unions, competitors, and lawmakers concerned about reduced competition, higher ticket prices, and impacts on routes and employment. Skepticism within the administration also reflects concerns about rising fares amid already elevated fuel costs. There is no indication that formal merger talks have begun, and both airlines declined to comment. While American Airlines has struggled financially compared to peers and carries significant debt, United Airlines has been in a stronger position and could benefit from industry disruption. Any merger attempt would likely face intense antitrust scrutiny, especially after regulators blocked a smaller airline deal in 2024, making approval highly uncertain despite some openness to consolidation. In any case, it does at least flicker the possibility of a new mega airline that could be called Ultimate United American Airlines. What would you call it?